Alright, so I sealed these, well, spray fixated these so that the pencils won't get all messed up when I do what I'm about to do. But these really turned out pretty nice, got some good drawing here. But what I want to do is I want to kind of get some separation between the drawings and the background. So to get the drawings to kind of pull forward and the background to go back. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a blue wash over this orangey brown red color. So I already got it going here. There we go. Well, you know what? Let me do that. And I about mixed this exactly how I wanted it in my head. So you don't know that doesn't always happen. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, I forgot to remove the tape. It's kind of hard to do something when you got tape in the way. I get way over here to the side and my brush, the end of my brush here, it's hitting my computer. Oh well. It's one of them things. And as usual, I'm always using a brush that's way too big for what I'm wanting to do. Just allows you to be a little more loose with what you're doing. Can definitely be too persnickety sometimes. Nice. Oh, okay. I'm still not sure if I want to put that text right here digitally or like this traditionally. So still thinking about it. Gonna have to make a decision on that here soon. Alright. Let me let this dry and then we'll come back to it. Alright, so we're back, and what I need to do, and this is close to being dry. When I say I'm going away to let it dry, basically what that means is I'm going to go hit the blow dryer on it for a minute, and I'll be right back. So I'm not actually spending a lot of time. Um, anyway, uh, there's something I want to do here with some brown washes. So I already got that set up, and I'm just going to do it here. And as you know, as you can see, I'm using the giant brush. Which is exactly what I want to be doing here. I'm just going to go over the whole thing here. Like that. And that's all I'm going to do with that brush. Now, I'm going to add some darks to this with the brown washes. And remember, I already sealed it. I don't know if I really needed to seal it, to be perfectly honest. I'm not working into it too hard. So, and I'm using a brush way too big, but that's okay. It'll turn out looking nice. Alright. And this may seem dark, what I'm putting down, but it'll actually dry a little lighter. It won't look quite as dark once the water dries up. And I really like it when it gets some drips in it. That looks nice. So let's try and facilitate a little bit more of that. Throwing a little interest here. There we go. Just a little bit. Alright. Let me let this dry and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to add, I got a smaller round brush now. And we're going to add some detail darks to Skitz's face now. The brush I'm using to do this is a Winsor Newton number 2, and I bought these for doing inking, but I just don't like the way it inks, to be perfectly honest with you. I know people always say, oh, you gotta get the Winsor Newton, that's the best one, the Winsor Newton, that's all you ever hear about, but I don't care for it, to be perfectly honest with you. And I'm thinking I need to do a review at some point of them, because I think it's actually not that great a brush. I mean, it feels silky smooth when you're putting stuff down, but just it doesn't work as well as brushes that I can get for a fraction of the cost. So that's the way I see it. And of course, it may have something to do with just I expect something else out of it, that what the brush was maybe designed for. You know, like I want the brush to do something that maybe the brush wasn't even built to do. But I don't know. I just don't like it for inking. The bristles separate too easy, and also the head's falling off of it, and it happens to all of my brushes, but I wouldn't expect it from a Winsor Newton because it's supposed to be top of the line. So just little things like that, you know, puts a real damper. Like, see, I could probably pull this out of here. As a matter of fact, I know I can. The glue holding the metal to the wood is just, it's done and gone, and I haven't even I haven't even placed it in the water. You know, usually that happens because you've had it sitting in water, you know, but I've never done that. All I've done is just washed it off and dried it immediately. I've never had it sitting around in water. So, I don't know, you know. Just not happy with it. Alright. I don't need to get too dark with this because I'm not going to get overly detailed with it. But I am going to add lights to Skitz's face, and I'm not going to add it to the characters down here. That'll give me a good separation between them. Put a little detail down here on the... See, I just dried it off, put it back to a point, and that's it. That's all I ever do with it. I've only used it a few times. This is the ones that I normally use, which I get at Hobby Lobby. They're called the Velvet Touch, and I've had this for probably a year comparative to that one I've only had for a month or two. And this one's still solid. It's actually staying in there really well, and it's dried out, and it's still a real nice point. The Winsor Newton, once it dries out and I put my finger over it to break up the, the bristles, you'll have bristles just kind of spraying out everywhere. So I don't know. Let me get me some lighter color for skin here. Alright. Yeah, this is going to be really nice once it dries up a little bit. I know a lot of artists will talk about how they don't care for acrylics as much traditionally because they dry really quick, but that's actually the reason why I like using them. It's because they dry quickly, especially for this type of work. But if you're more of a traditional painter, you like to be able to put something down and then move it and reshape it and go back into it. Myself, I just kind of like I like how I can put something down and it's there. You know. I just want to be able to get it on the page and then move on. There we go. So that's looking pretty good right there. I like it. Oops. I always put it on my mouth and then spin it as I pull it out. That gives it a nice point that it'll dry in. Let me get a bigger brush for what I'm about to do next. And I ain't trying to make this perfect or anything. I want it to be very painterly, which means you can see all the brush strokes. That's what painterly means. Messy could be that. Look at there. I did that with acrylic. You can still lift things up. No problem. Yeah, real nice. I don't like that too much. Alright, I think I'm going to put, in order to make certain areas pop out a little bit more, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put really thick paint, probably around Skitz's face, and I'm also going to put some thick whites on there to make it kind of juicy and pop. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do next, but I'm probably going to, I can do the blue right now, and I'm getting rid of this brush because it's a nice soft brush. I want something that's stronger, you know, one of these big thick bristle brushes. So I'm going to use this to do it. There we go. Make sure that the visual interest stays where you want it. And again, you know, it's just building up, building up, building up. And now I want to There we go. Put a hint down here a little bit. Alright, so this is almost dry. It's still a little wet in here because it's thick, but it's where I'm going to be working, it don't matter. So we can go ahead and throw some thick stuff in here. I'm just going to use a flat brush, and I'm going to put some whites down real thick. So there we go. It's real nice thick paint there to kind of pop it. There we go. And this will be the only place that I use white. That'll help draw the eye into that spot. Nice. Alright. Simple is best, you know. Just do some simple stuff, and I think that'll make it come out the best. Simple and bold. Alright, let's move over to this other piece here. I think I'm about done with this one. That one's about done. Ooh, I really got... Look at that. The way the lighting's hitting that. If you like what you see in here, give us a like, share, subscribe. Also go on over to the skitscomic.com website. All videos show up there a week before they ever hit YouTube. While you're there, pick you up a comic book, print, or go ahead and get you an original piece of art. Lastly, go over to Indiegogo.com and sign up for the book that you're actually watching being made right now. Thank you, and have a great day.